Follow up on the practice question I asked the players. Is BJ back? Is she playing?
Yeah.
Do you expect to use her?
Yes, I sure do. She's practiced the past week. She's looked good. She feels fine. It's been about a month that she's not been on the court, so it's not something that she'll go out there and play 35 minutes. But she does feel good, so we do have her in the rotation, which will help us. So yeah, I do expect her to play.
And just in looking at the four regions, just on paper, it looks like you're in the toughest region by four. Your thoughts on that?
Well, every coach is going to say that. Like our region's the toughest. I mean, if this was a 16-team tournament where you played everybody once, then I would probably agree with you and say, yeah, I mean, golly, look at all these teams you got to play. You got Oklahoma, you got DePaul, Washington. You can just go through the list. But, we just have to worry about the game at hand. And then if we can take care of business, then you've got to play a winner of two teams. And then you just keep moving forward. So everybody, somebody's going to eliminate somebody else. So, every region has very good teams in it. So it's not one region's better than the other or anything like that. You've just got to worry about what's in front of you.
Were you surprised at all that Virginia did not get in and California did get in the tournament?
Well, I was really hoping Virginia would get in for sure. I mean, being from the league, I thought they really started to play some very good basketball towards the end of the season. A big win against Florida State at home. 7-9 in our league, I thought was pretty impressive, especially because it used to be 10, 12 years ago. Your goal was to finish 500. Well, that's when everybody played everybody twice. Well, now with the unbalanced schedule, Virginia plays us twice. We're picked second in the league preseason. So I think who you play within your league in the unbalanced schedules does affect what your conference season is going to be, your conference record. So, I'm not in that room. I'm not one of those deciding who makes a tournament, who does not. Would have loved to have seen Virginia in it because I think they are playing some very good basketball right now. And wish all of our teams in our league, the ones that are in the NCAA tournament and in the NIT, the best of luck.
Jeff, how have these two teams changed since they first played back in November?
Well, there's a lot more experience from both groups. We've had a good 2.5 months of really trying to put some things together offensively, defensively. The kids getting to know each other. You learn as the year goes on who does what well, and I think that's one thing Chattanooga's really improved on. They're very disciplined in what they're doing. They're focused. They know who's supposed to get shots from where. Offensively, I think they've improved. Defensively, I think they've been solid the entire year. Personally, when I go back and watch them on film, as the players said, they've got a leading shot blocker in the country. Does a fantastic job of erasing any mistakes their guards might have. If someone drives by them, they know she's back there to help take care of things. But it's going to be a great game. I think both of our games here will be fantastic tomorrow. I think you've got four teams that are very well coached, playing very good basketball right now, and that's what the tournament's all about.
You said at the beginning of the season that you thought this team maybe had the most talent of any team you'd had. I mean, do you think that still holds true, or how have they developed over the season, and is there anything that they need to do in this tournament to kind of prove that to you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I still say that from top to bottom. But what we have to do is take care of the basketball. That's really been our Achilles heel the past month, and if we don't get that solved, it's going to be some problems for us. We turned the ball over 18 times against Notre Dame in the ACC semis, and it's a 6-point game with 4 minutes to go. And that's what I've tried to explain to our players. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. We're not giving ourselves a chance because we're throwing it to the other team. That's the one area that we really have to improve on. Rebounding is going to be important for us. But I like our chances. I like this group. I think they're in a good spot right now. But we're going to need to have some players step up. If you want to advance in this tournament, you've got to play your best. You can't have an off night and expect to win. So that's the challenge that's put in front of all these young women, not just on our team, but everybody that's in this. And, you really start to find out who can handle the pressure, because now every shot matters. Every shot you take matters. In the ones that put the time in the off season, after practice, before practice, where it just becomes routine, are the ones that normally rise to the top. You can't fake it. That's one thing about this. When it comes tournament time, you can't fake it, because there is no next game. So every shot's got a little pressure on it, which is a good thing.
Coach, you've had some outstanding play from the freshmen at times. Talk a little bit about Kylie Shook, and she has come on lately and done some really good things for you.
Yeah, she's been playing with a lot of confidence. We've inserted her in the lineup at the 4 spot, moved Maisha to the 3 when BJ went down. It gives us another score, which has really been good for us, because, BJ does a lot of great things defensively. She passes the ball. Teams were backing off of her. And then we had her and Courtney on the floor at the same time, and really we had 2 that weren't per se scorers out there. And now we've thrown Kylie on the floor. Now teams have to guard her and respect her, especially with her ability to shoot the 3. So we're going to be able to have a little bit different rotation now with BJ back too, where when I have BJ on the floor, might be able to move Kylie to the 5, Maisha to the 4, and still have 4 scorers on the floor, which is something I think you have to do at this time of year if you want to advance and if you want to continue playing.
Any other questions for Coach?
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. I'd like to thank Tom Jurich and Christine Herring for helping and allowing us to host everybody from our university that is giving their time to come down and make this such a special event, not just for our team, but for the other 3 teams that are here. It's what you play the entire season for. I appreciate it because you guys all go out of your way to make sure that these student athletes are really, they feel special. And the amount of work these young women put into their seasons, not just for our team, but for their own respected team. It's a wonderful event, and I just would like to make sure that I say thank you for everyone, including Jackie with the NCAA that comes down here. It's several times that she's been a part of it now with us. And it's done for first class. And that's one thing that I can always say about the University of Louisville. When we do things, it's done first class, but it's the people that make it so special. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.